All right, we're back again.
Yes, we are.
Special guest alert.
Special guest alert.
Real tall people alert.
Real tall people.
Yeah, something I usually don't, get to experience very often. Well,
that's true. We're very
Ian's tall.
Ian is very tall. It's our coworker.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've talked about him before, but
here we go. So it's number 7.
Number 7.
As promised, we're back. For those who do not know, I posted something on social media.
Cool.
I also posted something on the website stating that we have moved our publishing schedule.
Right.
We've changed it a little bit in order to give us some opportunity to create some much needed content, additional content.
Yeah, just
some
make
different
things.
things. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into each episode, and instead of just kind of sometimes being on the fly, we're really going to dig deep and put out some very quality stuff. We're going to have a lot of really cool things coming up, especially this summer.
Yeah.
And one of them starts right now. It's really our first guest, right?
Our first guest.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Couldn't be a better guy.
Couldn't be a better guy. We've known him for a long time. We thought really long and hard before we decided who to have on first.
Yeah.
And there's no other fitting man.
Yeah.
Some know him as Castaway. Some know him as
The Rocket. Rapaport.
Michael Rapaport.
Tall Man, Good Man.
I mean, any way you want to say it, man.
Absolutely. Oh, then the founder and originator of Ricky Therapy.
That's what I was gonna get at. You can call him whatever you want, but he's the founder of Ricky Therapy, and he's in the house today. What's up, dude?
Hello, thank you, gentlemen, for having me today.
Ricky Therapy.
I'm still waiting for someone else to come in, right? Because that's high praise, right? It's a lot to live up to.
Oh man, no, everyone's gonna be real impressed with what you've got for us, man. So the 5 R's of Ricky Therapy. We're not gonna get to it right now, but I'm ready to learn. I'll tell you that much.
It's gonna be an interesting journey as we
a journey is right.
Yeah. It's what it's all about is,
and he's the Sherpa.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll help you climb that mountain.
I'm so glad to hear that.
That's awesome.
I was wondering how this is going to go. All right, man. Well, enough of that. So we're back. We've got Ricky in the house. And, yeah, man. So what are we talking about today, man? What you got for us?
I mean, we're going to talk about the 5 R's.
Yeah.
Right? That's absolutely going to happen.
Cool.
We can talk about some other things as well.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
But a lot of it's going to be off the cuff. Right?
Oh, yeah.
This is probably going to be a little different from most of your shows.
Okay.
But I feel like that's okay.
Oh, it's totally
right?
okay.
A curveball out every now and then
Bam.
It's good.
Oh, yeah.
allows you to hit one later in the future.
Oh, that's
Keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
Just to give you some background on how this morning has been so far. It's been interesting, man. They don't want us to succeed, but they can't stop us.
We can't be stopped.
Absolutely. Like Queen said, don't stop me now.
Exactly. We got over to the studio. First of all, I talked to Ricky this morning. He's like, "Hey, man, listen, I might be a few minutes late. I'm hitting the gym." And I was like,
Yeah.
we're all about the gym.
Oh, yeah.
We love that kind of stuff. So go do what you got to do. We'll meet at the studio. Cool. Well, we get to the studio, Aaron and I, and we can't get into the studio for a few minutes.
The code doesn't work. Yeah.
The code didn't work. Well, there was some maintenance happening early on in the weekend. Something happened, so it was definitely not. They're not tired of us yet.
Yet. Right.
No, keyword.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're in here now.
You made it.
So how's the gym, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, the gym's great, right?
What'd you work on today?
First and foremost, I went for a run.
Oh, wait. A treadmill?
Treadmill.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Still a little sore.
Okay.
Treadmill, probably still best for me.
Okay.
5K.
Nice.
A little more. Sundays, normal. Get everything going. Get my head in a good space. It's almost meditative for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go for a 5K.
Okay.
People are like, I don't know how you do that. I'll tell you how you do it. You put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You keep doing it.
That's right.
That's the formula.
Right? If you give up, you're betting against yourself. Right?
Man.
I'm one of those people that in my life, what I like to do is bet on myself because, hey, I'm the person that's going to know the outcome or get to the outcome or try to get to the outcome I want. You don't always succeed. You don't always win. But those times when you take an L, that's a learning experience. Don't
True.
look at it as an L as a loss. Look at it as a learning experience.
Man, that is great.
He's dropping knowledge already,
dude,
people.
already, man.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's what's up.
Way easier said than done, right? Because we can all get in our heads about things.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a bad neighborhood to be in, man. Our head?
I don't like it.
No. It's dangerous up there.
My head? Right. So I'm one of those extroverts, you could say, that gets along with everybody, can make that possible. But there are those days where I need to recharge my batteries and I'm sitting there by myself. I'm like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Right? But it's needed. It's like one of those things that you have to realize you need to overcome, like being in your head by yourself. So like I tune that out too when I'm by myself. Like you always catch a couple things going on as distractions.
Right.
Sure.
Music in the background and TV playing. Who am I? The dude Cal Naughton from Talladega Nights? Man, I like to party. No, I'm doing it as distractions, but I'm also recharging my batteries at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
You know, certain things that have allowed me to get to that place were challenging for sure.
Yeah.
Time, right?
Okay.
You start something, you want to be the best at it, or at least from my perspective, I want to be the best at it
Yes.
as quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Like when people are like, you should meditate. You can achieve nirvana. I was like, I can get that the first time, right? Why do I have to wait months and months of doing this? I'm so good. I'm gonna get it the first time.
Nirvana for dummies. Is this a project you're working on?
5-minute meditation, man.
Hey, guess what? It could be. I like that idea. Let's start it. Nirvana for dummies, and we're not talking about the band, but maybe we are.
No, you could go several different directions. Don't limit ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do that?
You want me to box myself into a corner?
Right. But I like your style because I can understand where you're coming from with running. People are like, how do you run 12 miles? You put one foot in front of the other. And when your body says, hey man, you should totally stop and start, you can walk a little bit, and you just go, no, I'm just going to keep going. Right. And then you don't die. And next thing you know, you've moved on. Right. So you accomplish what you wanted to accomplish.
Man, Aaron is a perfect example of like, some people, when you say something to them, you need to be careful, man, because some of those words he's speaking were not in his, Rolodex not too long ago. When we started getting ready for the Colfax Marathon last year, right? All of us were just like, we were just laughing. We were just kind of like, oh yeah, sure, we're going to run 6 miles. Cool, let's do it. And then we just started training. First run out, this dude runs a block.
Yeah, I'm done.
And he was done.
Right.
Been there.
Okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to stop too, but the only reason I didn't is because I had a little bit more experience in being in that space than he had. And so I kept going.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, man, you can slow down, you can speed up, but stopping is not an option.
I love that. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Right? Don't.
Because you'll jack yourself up in the head because now you've set a precedent, right? Mm-hmm. And you may not realize it. It sounds like a small thing, like, oh yeah, big deal, I stopped, right? But it's actually, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
And so the next time we ran, he ran all the way to, where the firehouse is on 22nd?
All too well.
On Lawrence, sorry, on Lawrence.
Yeah. All too well.
And so he's I look back and he's trying to stop. I wasn't that far ahead from him, right? So I slow down and I grab him by his shirt and I'm like, I point and I'm like, that's the Phoenix. You just can't stop.
Yeah, you
just keep going. It doesn't matter what the speed is, just keep going.
Right.
I don't even know. That dude, that version of him died that day.
Right there.
You gotta kill that version.
At that spot. I kid you not, because now this dude's just smashing 12-mile runs like every Sunday, any given Sunday.
What's up, Jamie? Or do you prefer Mr. Fox? All right?
Yeah, man. I mean, you can call me Fox, man.
That's it.
From now on?
If you're Rapaport, I'll be Fox, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fox, you killed it.
Right? Can I be Lou Norman Phillips?
First of all, that dude, his voice is perfect, like for voiceovers and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, man.
He narrated this book I was listening to, and I was just like, dude, this dude, he's a freaking legend, man. I think it was what was it, like Splinter Cell? I forget what it was. One of those.
Oh yeah, like Tom Clancy.
It was a Tom Clancy novel.
Okay.
Oh
man, nice. Yeah.
so good, so good. But you know, when you were talking, I couldn't help. Do you know who David Goggins is?
Yeah.
No, but guess what? There's a way for me to find out.
Let me
right
tell you
now.
something. Look him up. Please follow him on Instagram because
You and him
thank me later, dude. This guy is a freaking maniac. Okay.
runs ultra marathons.
Dude, no. He doesn't just
Back
run
to back.
back to back, man. Like he's just like, you know what? I think I broke both knees.
Yeah, that's okay though.
So what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, there's no reason to stop.
They're still attached.
Yeah. Dude, I love the video. I was watching you watch this video, right? He's in traffic in, what is he, in California or something?
No.
right?
Oh yeah, he's somewhere in the desert.
Yeah, and he's like recording himself and he's like, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over and I'm just going to run this direction and get my mileage in for the day. You know?
Yeah, and that's exactly what he did.
yeah.
I think he always has someone with him, so they
Right.
literally stopped on the side of this freaking
Desert or
desert,
something, yeah.
man. And then he just throws on his running shoes and just
takes
runs
off.
off into the sunset, into the desert, man.
That's my kind of guy.
Yo, no, let me tell you something. I have a feeling that Ricky's gonna love this dude, man.
Oh, yeah.
His videos on Instagram are nothing short of hilarious and scarily inspiring. Like,
Yes, very inspiring. Because you think, and I that guy like motivates me on a run, right? Because I'll be like, some days you hit mile 5, and you're like, I ran 5 miles. That's good, right?
That's great. Hold on. Let me stop you right there. That's great, right? It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Running 5 miles is great.
Yeah.
Running a mile is great.
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, no, true.
Yes.
Right.
A lot of people
But-
can't
but-
do that.
But I know what you're about to say next, so go ahead.
Right. But I know what I wanted to do today, right? I know I'm going for at least, like every time I leave the house on a Sunday, I'm going for at least 10. I'll allow myself, if I'm not feeling it, to pull up at 10, right? But I know I can do way more. So I know if I stop at 5, I'm cheating myself. And so it's not about anybody else, because when I just started running that, like 12 miles, same as 2 miles. I remember when 2 miles was
Right.
a huge deal for me
Right.
to run without stopping. But now it's like 12 to 14 that if I really push myself, that's where I want to be. And so, yeah, you could stop or you could just keep going. And what's cool is as you get familiar with that level of endurance, it becomes easier for you just to tell yourself, like, it's just your body getting tired, right? Maybe you're low on carbs and it's going, hey, why don't you take it easy? And you just, you're like, nah, I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to keep going. Next thing you know, I'm back at the house, done 12 miles.
All right, you know what? It's getting away from us.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Let's reel it back in.
Reel it in.
I just love where this thing's going.
No,
Yeah.
I feel- no,
I'm along for the ride.
Hey man, we're definitely, man. See, that's what happened, man. You started talking. Next thing you know, we're all fired up, and we're like,
Right.
yeah.
Next thing you know, we're out there running. Like, we'll be right back. We're
We'll
going to
be
go
right
run
back.
4 miles.
We're gonna take a quick 30-minute break.
Oh man. All right,
Good
so
stuff.
we've got Ricky in the studio. He's already spoken, as you can tell. We just get fired up. What's the story today, man? I know why we asked you over here. We asked you over here because, we've known you for a long time. Oh, actually, Aaron's known you for quite a while at this point, but you and I have known each other for
yeah.
at least 5 years at this point.
So it's a few days short of 5 years.
It's a few days short
It's
of
a
5
few
years.
days short of 5 years. What's the date's the 24th?
Yeah.
So I feel like Adrian and I are 15 days shy of knowing each other for 5 years,
Oh, awesome.
right? And that first couple months, way different relationship than
Yes.
what we have now.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
But those first couple months built the foundation to what this friendship has evolved into.
True. Yeah, and it's a brotherhood, man, because when you go through certain times of your life, together, it makes that whole bond, just something like real special.
Agreed.
It takes a shorter time,
Yeah.
to really get to a place where some people, would have to be around each other for, I don't know, years.
Years and years.
To really achieve.
Yeah. There's a passage from a very famous book that we're all aware of that talks about, like, we're the passengers of a sinking, ship.
The shipwreck
right?
analogy.
Yes, the shipwreck analogy, where all of a sudden, because of this calamity or because of this experience and circumstance, we're now just together, right? We're in this journey together. And you find that happens in what we've done.
It's an interesting bond because, so let's say you survive something like a plane crash, shipwreck.
Sure, right?
Oh, now, shipwreck, huh?
Now you can look at each other and be like,
yeah, I know
what that's like. And you know that it's absolutely true, you know, because people will say that, but then you're like, do you though?
Well, and what's interesting for me is how much respect I have for the people who have survived the shipwreck, right? And continue to survive it. Because unlike an actual shipwreck, the kind of shipwreck we've been involved in, we're about like 4 bad decisions from being back in the water going, hey, what do
you mean 4?
Okay, 2.
Like on the best day, 4. It's really 1.
It really is.
Look, if I'm 4 bad decisions away, I'm doing things better than perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not sure what word that is. Right?
Yeah, for real, man.
Ultra perfect.
It is just, we're just so ultra perfect.
Meta perfect.
That's a whole other podcast trying to explore and unpack what that means.
Look, you let me know when we're doing that one. I'm in.
Oh man,
that's good stuff.
So Ricky and I are like 15 days away from the anniversary of when we met. I'll tell you a little bit about, my story, right? The moment. I'm sitting at a place, a special place that, to all of us, it's called the Phoenix downtown. I was waiting for UPS to show up with a package of mine. So I'm sitting at, that desk in the main room where the person that's chairing the meeting. No.
Oh, no.
In the main room.
Yeah.
Not in the lobby. Yeah. So I'm sitting at that desk and I've just received like my new pair of shoes, man. And I'm just like, I'm just sitting there checking them out, this and that. Next thing I know, I look up and let's just say it's a completely different person than, the guy who's sitting in front of me right now that, emerges. Cause it was like sunny behind him. There was light coming from that direction. So I'm getting this silhouette, right?
Right.
So what's that brand? That, the fish sticks that come in the box, the fisherman with the yellow parka on?
Gordon's?
Gordon.
Yeah.
Dude, this dude emerges looking like that guy. I kid you not, okay? It's not it's not wintertime anymore. Right? But he just walks in. He's got this like parka on. Like, no, it wasn't even, was it a parka? It was like a raincoat. I don't know what it was.
It was like a raincoat with a little warm.
Some jeans.
Yeah.
And
that's nice to call them.
I had to call them something, Ricky. Yo, and then what do you call those boots? The
mozzarellas?
And a pair of sorels
that are still
we had to give them. Dude, that moment is so burnt into my memory, man. And then the facial hair. And dude, the look was just picture
Woof.
Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Ah, yes.
Woof is a really good sound, effect, like to describe. It was just like this wet dog, like vibe going on.
It's very descriptive. I'm really picking up on what you're putting down here.
Yo, wow. You should check out the picture that we have on file, man, so you can get a little bit better of an idea.
No, I've never done that. I'm totally doing that.
Dude, every time he comes over, we just go back and, down memory lane, look at that picture. We're like, man, how far we've come. But anyway, so that's my memory of that was the moment.
Absolutely. That was when the iceberg hit the ship.
Wow.
Yeah.
And some people would think that's a bad analogy.
Nah.
But I feel like that worked out well. That iceberg was a good thing for me.
Okay.
I was the ship.
Yeah. Why so?
I was... okay. This is going to be weird. Right, but I'm going to get you there.
Okay.
I was the ship.
Okay.
Going along. The iceberg came. Hit my ship.
Okay.
Had to change everything up. Right? Had to save what could be saved.
Okay.
And let go of what needed to be let go of.
Hey.
Bottom of the ocean, what a better place to get rid of the stuff you don't ever want to have again.
Hey, you know what? I think I'm picking up what you're putting down right now. Let's unpack it for everyone else, because I know that exactly what you're talking about. No, let's tell the story. Oh, well, okay, maybe not the whole story.
Yeah, you would, yeah.
We certainly don't. We don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's a long time.
I could absolutely talk the whole time. Look, I was in a really bad place.
Yeah.
Okay. And I needed to get out of that really awful situation that I had put myself into.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you can go along doing what you've been doing. You know what you're going to get that way. Nothing, right?
Right, yeah.
It's a lonely life. A very lonely life. You cut yourself off in a way from the people that want you to be better.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're in such a bad headspace, you don't want to hear anything positive.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I needed to get to that low point so I could then become a better individual and hopefully the best version of myself that I'm able to convey to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took a lot of time, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of therapy, which if anyone's on the fence about therapy, do it.
Yeah, most definitely. That's definitely something we want to, put out there. Yeah.
Go to therapy. If you're considering it, why not go once or twice? Right? I would implore people to at least try it twice because you allow yourself to open up to someone who doesn't know you, who has no judgment on you or your situation. And they're there to really help you along your way.
Right.
They can't do it for you.
Right.
They can give you advice and they can give you guides and you can read books.
Right.
But if you're not putting in the effort, if you're not following up, if you're not reading those books that they want you to read,
Right.
you're back to where you are,
Yeah, what's the point?
right? If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Bam.
Right.
It's silly. And I hate those, I don't know, antidotes.
All those sayings.
All
yeah.
those sayings and stuff, I get it, but it makes, because a lot of people hate that, one day at a time thing, like you have a choice, that's how everyone lives it, but
It's true.
Right,
it's
like,
true.
What am I going to do? Go to sleep tonight and wake up and it's Tuesday?
I mean,
Look, it'd be dope if it was,
you
right?
could.
Yeah.
But, that's not what we're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Try to get by one day, right? See what worked well for you that day. Try to use that the following day. Build off that. I don't like to say it's like a savings account, and when you're doing well, you're putting savings away that you know worked for you.
Right.
But why not? Why not think of it that way?
Right.
Why not think of, I did all this and I put all this information into this savings account.
Right.
And when I need it, I know where it is. I can always go back to that, get that information. Am I the best at always doing that? No. But that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No one is really.
No one's perfect.
I'm
Progress.
a human,
Progress,
right?
not perfection, right?
Yeah.
So going in and changing myself and changing everything about what I had been doing, right,
Yeah.
was the biggest thing. And getting past everything that I had been doing and trying to get back to the morals and the values and how I wanted to be as a brother, as a son, as a friend that had been instilled in me at a young age
Yeah.
that I had completely disregarded
Yeah.
up until this point. That was tough, right?
Yeah.
Because you realize all these great things that you had going on that you didn't know.
Yeah. No,
Whether-
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm also sitting here talking to these guys and my mind's going a mile a minute. Like I'm nervous as all get up, right?
Hey, man, it's all good. Remember this, right? This is being recorded. So if anything, weird happens,
Yeah, we just edited it
we'll just
out.
edit it out.
Right. Yeah.
It's not live. Live is a whole other thing, man.
Right, yeah.
You want to do it live?
We're working up to it.
Yeah, we are working. We would like to do it on YouTube Live, but this is going well. I mean, your story is engaging, and I love what you're saying.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Bam.
Okay. We'll do it again.
We
We'll
would totally
revisit.
have you back on, man.
Okay.
Love your energy.
So that was a lot of what I needed to learn, a lot of what I needed to learn was unlearning things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right? We're getting
deep.
I'm getting Yoda-ish on people. Right?
Yoda ask for sure.
I can't
Unlearn
say
you
it.
must.
Yeah. Unlearn to learn. Learn to whatever. It's tough.
Mental
right?
gymnastics.
Right. It's all patterns and things that you do throughout the day, and then you keep doing them.
Yeah.
So changing that was getting really fun. Trial and error is amazing, but also at the same time very tough.
Sure. Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to ruin something that you thought could be good as a learning experience.
Right.
Hindsight, looking back on it, like you give yourself some time to reflect on what you've done.
Sure.
It's great.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But at that moment, yeah.
At that moment, exactly.
Yeah.
At that moment, boy, does it sting.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's a line from a movie that I really like.
All right.
It's from Marcellus Wallace of Pulp Fiction fame.
Marcellus. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Great character.
He's talking to Bruce Willis's character, Butch.
Oh yeah.
Right. And he's telling him to take a dive
Right.
in this boxing match. And Bruce Willis is a professional boxer.
Yeah.
Right. And the whole time he's like, "You're going to go down in the third round." He's like, "Okay." Like, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, "I know this isn't going to be easy for you." And he's like, "Oh, Bruce Willis, that's cool, man. Like, whatever."
Yeah.
Then he goes, that sting in the back of your head, that's pride messing with you.
Uh-huh.
He uses more colorful language.
Yeah.
Right? And I use more colorful language, but I'm trying not to. He's like, that's pride messing with you. Boy, does that resonate in a lot of things that happen in my life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want things to go my way.
Right.
That's pride messing with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work out for me. I'm bumming. That's pride messing with me.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some ego.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and
Ego.
Yeah.
Most
Ego
definitely,
and pride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They go
Look.
together.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Totally agree.
ego is a thing that I have issues with, right? Like
A lot of us do, man.
Yeah.
am I the best person ever? Absolutely. Right? That's what my ego's saying. Am I really though? No. But even my ego right there didn't want me to say no. It absolutely wanted me to be like, yeah, still are. It's wild, right? So I did all this therapy. I was lucky enough to be surrounded with people that I still have incredible relationships with to this day. And also, those relationships allowed me to form as good of relationships with other people down the line.
Yeah.
Because these people that I first became friends with and I first was able to open up to after going through all this work that I was doing showed me that, like, people care, right?
Yeah.
And it was at a time where I seriously thought I was alone. But starting to find out a lot of people feel the same way I did, that I do.
Yeah.
And they make these changes as well. And, like, that's cool to see. It's cool to see someone in a position where you want to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Coming from a place where you came from.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
what better motivation than that?
No, it is great, yeah.
And to be able to call those people friends.
Yeah.
And, like, legitimate friends. Not, yeah, we're buddies on Facebook. Like,
Right,
I don't know who you are from a hole in the wall.
Right.
Right.
Like, I can reach out to these people.
Yeah.
They'll answer my calls.
Yeah.
They'll respond to my texts.
Yeah.
They'll put up with my ridiculousness that I so freely give away.
Yeah. No, I know exactly.
Heavy doses. You know, I like what you're saying because, you know, we've talked about this, you know, in the past.
yeah.
Deep and meaningful connections,
Yeah.
you know, are a big part of what we was
huge
missing in our lives, you know, and we, you know, found ourselves, you know, doing some things, making some horrible decisions.
Well, and I also like what you just said right there because I found that that was key for me, right? Was finding people who were, where I was like at the moment, and then seeing where they are. And frankly, you two guys are two of them, right? And going, you know what? I'm just like this time, I'm just going to like shut up, not stay in my head and just do what these people did. And nobody led me wrong. They weren't like, you should go play in traffic. You know, it was like solid stuff. It was like, yeah, find out who you are, find out what's going on, go to therapy, rearrange your life, like, figure out what's good and what's bad. Like, don't be afraid, just jump into that journey. But mainly what worked for me was finding people, right, who exemplified who I wanted to be.
Right.
And then just doing what they did. And it's not that complicated. Because you're like, what do I do and how do I get there? Well, one foot in front of the other. Here's what I did. And like you said, you could reach out to these people and they'll put up with your ridiculousness. But you won't always get the answer that you want to get. Like, but that's good for you. I don't need to hear, man, fantastic. No, that thought right there.
No.
Beautiful. Yeah, you just keep running with that. No, it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Right. Exactly.
Right? You need to re-examine again. Right? You think you're safe from this? You need to move and keep advancing. And I believe
the term that I used was false summit.
The false summit. Yeah. True, because the moment that you think, man, I am here, it's your ego, right? That's that pride going, I'm here. Dude, I got this. I'm where I want to be. I'm getting what I want to get. Everything is great. What are you talking about further? This is it.
No.
There's always further,
man.
right?
It's a false summit, man.
It's a false summit, because we're never going to reach the end of this, right? We're going to keep perfecting until the day that we move on to something else. And it's really, there's, the long and the short of it.
Preach.
Guys, when are we going to start talking about Harry Potter, though?
No, okay, I got to tell this story. I love it. I'll be Ricky and I see each other on a professional basis pretty often, and I'll walk in there, and he is just like in some Harry Potter. In fact, he was like, "I'm totally going to listen to the podcast, but right now I'm in the middle of like this 47-part Harry Potter podcast that I have to finish."
This is a legit story.
Yeah, legit. Yeah. And it's just kind of funny because although, I enjoy Harry Potter, some people like it more than others.
Hey man, it's good stuff. Man.
It's good. Well, it's obviously, a lot of readers.
I
Yeah.
personally love it. Yeah.
What, you don't like art?
Right? Exactly. Who doesn't like wizards? Right?
I feel like I'm being baited into some kind of shaming
magic
situation. You don't like art?
I personally prefer Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula Le Guin, but that, that's just a personal thing.
Right.
I've never been more disrespected in my life.
Well, we need to move on to. After Harry Potter, of course. Have we discussed Reiki therapy?
We haven't. But here's the thing. So we're actually here, to talk about, this,
sure. Okay.
this story of yours. Okay. So
we're not.
So you've told us about, the genesis and, where you find yourself at, you made some improvements, therapy is important. We've gotten that out of it so far, right? Deep and meaningful connections are a big part of it, right?
Absolutely.
But you're one of those people. One of the reasons, we asked you on is because we acknowledge you as one of those people that we can see the progression, okay, from the creature from the Blue Lagoon that walked into the Phoenix to now, where, lifestyle wise, just being healthy and it's something you just do on the regs.
Yeah, it's a conscious decision that I make every day to be better.
Yeah.
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 Progress.
Absolutely.
There's obstacles I had to overcome in my life daily, even after overcoming like the biggest ones. A lot of that is motivation.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell us about that, man.
Motivation took a while because I needed to see what I needed to use to motivate me the most.
Okay. All right.
Right?
I think I understand what you're saying.
It's like you can try a few things and it doesn't really give you that juice. Right? It doesn't really get you up.
Right. Exactly.
Like, what gets you up for the day? What are you passionate about?
Yeah.
What things make you want, for lack of a better word, live that day?
Right. So for us, we usually talk a lot about what's your why. And I got that from a guy named Simon Sinek. He's like, why? Start with why. That's his thing. He wrote this whole book that's called Start with Why. And it's basically alluding to that idea. Like why you do something, right? Pick whatever those reasons are. Those are the ones that are going to like give you the juice when things aren't that great.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. I like that. I like that you and I are on the same page about something, and I had never heard this person. We had two different ways to get there.
Yeah.
But that's what's so cool about being where I am in life today, is that I hear that.
Yeah.
And instead of me being like, that guy just got it from me, didn't know he was getting it from me. I've never met that man before in my life.
Right.
That guy's a published author.
Yeah.
Right?
Multiple times.
When he started talking about Simon, and then the last name, I seriously thought he was going to say Phoenix. Wesley Snipes' character for Demolition Man. Right? I'm like...
Great movie.
Yeah. I'm like, what are we going to do with this? Like, where's this going to go?
Right.
Right? Totally wrong. Like, love that. But trial and error, man. Trial and error. Right? It was like, what can I do at some point in my day that's going to make my day fulfilling for me?
Yeah.
And there's life that goes on that there's sometimes you're not going to be able to do it. Like work's great, right? But I work early, done around 4. Like if I didn't have something that I was looking forward to after work that I knew that I was going to do,
right?
It's like, why? Like, why get up today?
Yeah.
Why not just call it, right?
Huh.
It doesn't seem so fun today. Like,
right, right.
Let's go back to bed.
Right.
Like, let's start fresh tomorrow.
Right.
No, right? That doesn't do it. But work has actually been a really good thing.
How so?
Building connections, getting to meet different people, different backgrounds, different things that they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Different things that they like to do, right?
Okay.
And then pick and choose, right?
Yeah, you learn new stuff, right?
I'm at this place where I'm not narrow-minded. I don't have blinders on. I don't have that 4 or 5 things that I'm only going to do or believe in.
Yeah.
Choose, man. Like, you have so many options these days of what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
The first thing that, like, I wanted to do is, like, I became passionate about reading, right? Because that was an easy, cheap, affordable outlet.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you reading, man?
Oh, different books. Like, I read the Maze Runner series.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So you're into fiction?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, I also love history books.
Gotcha.
Like, give me a good book on war, I'll read it.
Okay.
Like, why not?
All right.
All over the place. Like, I read a book about a caddy at St. Andrew's Golf Course in Scotland.
Yeah, that was a good story.
It was dope.
Yeah.
It was a great book. Mm-hmm. Right? I really liked it.
That's a good story, yeah.
And it was that person was trying to find something that they were passionate about. And they found it. And it's just finding those little nuggets that you aren't sure relate to you, but they certainly do.
Right.
Reading turned into walking, turned into running, turned into trying to run with other people who were just starting to run, which was, nope, wipe that away. Right? Because that comes back to the whole thing that we were talking about earlier. There's some people that have that in them, one step in front of the other.
Right.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, I was telling people that I was running, and they're like, oh, like, I want to go with you.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Turns out, like, we're stopping every couple blocks. I'm like,
Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
no, I'm not really getting out of this what I need.
Right.
That's that selfish part.
Right.
Sure.
So there are some times that you need to be selfish. You need to know, like, what works for you.
Most definitely there's times when, being selfish is not necessarily a negative. It actually is part of how you protect yourself.
Yeah.
For some people going through a new and like really, really like important journey, for instance, say, people who are recovering from, addiction of some sort. Man, in early recovery, especially, man, You got to be all about, trying to rebuild your foundation, man. Figure some things out for yourself.
Yeah, you can't be dragged down. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I get that, and I think a lot of people, that word has a really negative connotation, which doesn't always, it's not always true that being selfish is, a negative thing. There's times when it's necessary.
Well, and I think too, it's interesting how we can relate running to early recovery, because in one sense, if your selfishness is keeping you down, so if instead of the person Ricky was running with stopping, he was the one stopping. Right. Then that would have been a negative for them. Right. Whereas if he had kept running, that would have been a positive. So if that person that's running with you is catching up to you, if they're getting something from it, then that's fine. Right.
Right. Exactly.
And it's just like in early recovery. If the people you're working with, they're trying really hard and you see that and you're working with them, that's fantastic, right? Because they're not going to drag you down. But if, and I used to do this, you use when they kind of go backwards as an excuse for you to go backwards.
Exactly.
Then that's when you got to get selfish and be like, look, man, I can't really be around that. It's like with the running. So if like you're causing me to stop and I don't want to stop, that ain't going to work, right?
Yeah, and like kick rocks.
Exactly. Unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
You want to come back and run anytime, you know?
Right.
And no hard feelings. Mm-hmm. But it's like watching somebody go out the door where we are at.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop you, right? But I'll be here when you get done. Mm-hmm. You can call me.
We'll be here to try and help you pick up the pieces,
Yeah,
man.
we can go running again anytime.
Yeah.
You guys are nice.
There is a certain amount of thick skin that comes in
man,
with
you gotta
our
grow that callus over your heart, man,
yeah.
a little bit.
Little bit.
There's little flashy bits where you can get to. But.
Well, and I see it in Ricky and in you too, where it's really about calling the best out of people and not letting them live in their own excuses, which to some people and to that person, because I've been on that end, at the time seems harsh. You're like, why are they being so harsh to me? What they're really doing is calling you to a higher level. And if you want to come on, you're there, right? But they're not going to allow you to live any life that's not your best life. And real friends, that's what real friends do.
Real friend.
Right? Yeah. For real. Like the guys you hung out with at the bar or whatever, like they don't care about you, right? Sure. You want to dive down and, I used to know this person be like, one more night with the frogs, right? You just want one more night. Just one more night, right? No. Real friend's going to be like, yeah, call me when you're done.
Right.
Call me when you're done. And then don't call me if you're not done.
Right.
I'm not down for that.
Oh, yeah.
And kick rocks and you need to experience some more pain.
And some people do, man.
Head
Some
out.
people need to take a little bit more of a beating.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's their path, man.
Exactly.
I was like, you know what? White flag.
Right.
Done.
Cool. Like I got all this stuff in my life right now. Okay.
Yo,
like I have
crazy.
I literally have all this stuff in my life right now that I didn't have years ago.
Yeah, it's bananas, right?
Right. Like I didn't have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like coming back to what you said. Like, why would I give this up?
Yeah.
Right. For what?
Yeah.
Like it's you better be offering me Powerball money. Right?
Well, hey, Powerball money can come with its own, problems.
That's true, yeah.
So I mean, you'd better be offering me something that is. I mean, I can't even think of what you could offer me though. Because here's the thing. So
Right. The only thing that I can think of is like, and it's tough to say because it's like selfish because I'm at a place where like I know that if you offer me Powerball money, I'm still gonna be like, dope, I'm gone. Right? like I'm gone. Like I'm out. Like no one's gonna see me for like a year. Like people get like postcards here and there.
Right.
And like, Ricky, where are you now? I'm like, look, that's funny, right? I sent you this postcard from Iceland, but I was actually in Finland 3 days ago.
Right.
Like, I'm not talking to anyone, right?
Right.
Because I don't like a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. Right? And it's weird. Okay, it's a very weird statement I'm about to say. I love more people than I like people.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Okay.
I understand.
Right? Because if I like you, if I like you and we're becoming friends, right? I want the best for you. Right?
Right.
So why not love you? Right?
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna love you.
Yeah.
Okay? And that doesn't mean anything physical.
No.
Yeah.
That literally means like I want you to have the best life that you want, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna love you to help you get where you want to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? But if I like someone, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's dope, cool. Like,
Deuce.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
whatever.
oh, that's great, man, cool.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting that we talk about that because, and like we have this one word, right? Love, right? But if you look further back in history, like the Greeks, just a little bit of history lesson, they had like 3 words for it, right? They had eros, which is, you're talking like, physical, right? You want to like mate kind of thing, right? Then there's phileo, which is brotherly love. Like you're my brother, right? And then there's agape, which is kind of like, I love everybody. And it's interesting when we differentiate between those two, right? Because you're not going to love a brother the same way you love like the person you're married to, right? And you also may not love somebody, the brother, like you love everybody. Like I enjoy any human being, right? I have a love for. But, my brothers are different and I treat them differently than just a random guy that I know. And I think that's kind of what we're talking about. And I feel that because you can't do what we do and not love these guys on some level. You just can't, right? But that doesn't always show up as, hey, man, here's some cookies. And, I've got your bath run for you. And,
man.
That's not how we do it.
Definitely not for me, man. Mine shows up with, like, I will kick your ass
Exactly.
all the way to success or try.
Right.
I'm going to encourage you.
That's
right.
Basically, that's what I'm saying.
No, let's not say kick your ass till you get where you're going to coach them.
Yeah.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Coaching,
But at the same time, right?
metaphor.
I've had coaches chew me out in my life.
That's my style.
Yeah. Which that's what I'm saying. Like, as soon as he said that, I knew where he was going.
Yeah.
Right? And there's some people, like my mind immediately goes to coaching, right?
Yeah.
As a player on a team getting chewed out by your coach, right? Because you messed up. Doesn't mean that they hate you.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they're mad at what you did. They just want you to be better.
Yeah. In fact, quite the opposite of hating you and being mad. Yeah. If they didn't, they just leave you alone.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. You're cut.
So, Ray,
Sir.
so what did you do to get to this place of contentment that you're at now?
One thing that I do.
Or do you want to start somewhere else? Do you want to start at the top? Like, do you want to start with, just touch on that real quick? Like, so, like, who is Ricky at this point? Because we've heard about some of the things that, you've gone through, some of the things that have happened, in that process of figuring out, what was going on at that point, in the beginning. So, like, who's Ricky now?
I like to feel as though I am a person who brings the best out of my friends. Right? It's so tough to look at myself, right? To be that introspective, to really say, like, to boast about myself, right? So I like to bring in people or things that it's not just me. It's kind of everybody.
Okay. Okay.
So I like to think that I'm someone people can rely on, can look to for whatever it may be. In those times, and thinking that is also very tough, right? Because I still feel like I have so much growing to do.
I hear what you're saying, man.
Right? And it's like, if I still feel that internally, like, how can I give out advice? But at the same time, you have to look at it as that person may not have even gotten to the place where you are yet.
Exactly, right.
So any advice that you can give them,
right.
Why not? Like, share it.
Yeah, man. Because we're all trying to figure this life out, right? Day to day.
Day to day.
People look at, like, so there's us, and then there's people like Jeff Bezos, richest guy in the world, right? Some would think he's got it all figured out, and that's why he's where he is. But that's not true. I think in many ways, guys like him and Elon Musk and, and some of the great, thinkers and doers, right? The only difference between us and them is perhaps the rate at which, things are being figured out. How much effort, what are you doing, to try and figure, X, Y, Z out, and we're all on different, paths. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're talking about them and the achievements they've made, business wise. Of course, there's a lot of far reaching benefits, the social effect on the community, all that stuff going on, right? But as people, we don't even know that story. Like what are they like as people? I know two of those people.
Well, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk is on the verge of being a Bond villain, but I still appreciate
He's
the
on
guy.
the cusp, man. Like he's literally like one bad thing happens and he's officially like a James Bond villain.
Yeah.
And we're all in trouble.
Right? Like, he's so great. He's like, I'm getting these Tesla home solar panels.
Right.
Like the home like battery thing. You know what I'm talking about? I forget what it is.
He's basically creating the future's energy
Right.
company.
Right? But like, we could all get these things. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
We can all be him.
And then, no, but I'm saying like, we could all get these products.
Yes.
Right? And then
you're talking
somewhere in an office down underneath like his whole office building, there's a switch that he flips when he like, all right,
just turns the switches the
time
flip
is
on
now.
everyone.
Yeah, just flip.
And then what? And then flies off to his mountainside lair.
Yeah. Right? And the airplane, like the hangar opens up in the mountain and like an airplane flies in, like seals back off. You don't know where he is.
Dude, we're talking about Elon Musk. It's completely.
He's the best. Like, but that's what's so great about him, right? He found that out. He found out whatever it was.
Right.
And like, he's pursuing that. Like, how great is that?
Yeah, but still, we're just like him, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he, like you said, he just figured it out a little before we did.
Yes.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you're saying. So, you're able to give some advice, or as I prefer to say it, I usually just tell people, listen, I'll give you a suggestion based on like what I know from, having lived life so far. And this is what I can tell you. But I can only give you what I know based on my experience.
It's life. The one thing of advice that I like to give people is like, figure out a way so you don't have to make an excuse. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
And that can even be like acknowledging, like acknowledging your part. I mean, like, yeah, like I messed up.
Oh, absolutely. Acknowledging your part is so important, but it's so difficult.
It's so hard.
Most people are unable, to do that. I mean, that's why you need, like you talked about therapy early on. That's why therapy is necessary. Because, you totally buy into your own BS, right? And you're like, yeah, I'm right. They're wrong. End of story. Let's move on. And that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, I find that to not be true in my life the majority of the time.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Because even when I'm right, and like, I want to prove that to someone, it can be detrimental to them.
Yeah.
So like, this whole thing comes back in my head. It's like, would you rather be right or happy?
Yeah.
Can't I be both? Like, why can't I be right and happy? Why doesn't being right make me happy?
Oh, that's a really good question.
That's a good question. I can't think of a great answer right now.
No, neither can I. I've been thinking for an answer for that for years.
I think it has to do a lot with peace, because I find the same thing happens in my life. Like, if I'm right, like, let's say we're having a disagreement and I prove that I'm right, I'm actually making somebody else less than. I'm making them feel like they're wrong. If I'm right and you're wrong and you feel like you're wrong, there's no peace between us. Like, there's no contentment in that person. And if I care about that person, if I care about other people, I don't want to be right. I want them to be happy. And that happiness revolves around, them feeling good about themselves.
Absolutely.
We're doing this, huh?
What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm standing right now.
Okay.
I got them on tilt. And they're just letting the world know.
Okay.
That's right. Okay.
So,
gentlemen,
Okay.
there's some things that I do in life. But life's still difficult. Like, I play soccer once a week.
Yeah.
it's been about 3 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 years of doing this thing once a week with people I had no clue who they were before I got on this team. I now look to them as friends. Right?
Yeah.
I don't hang out with them. I don't see them. But hey, I feel comfortable chatting with them after the game about what's going on in my life.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like me before? No way. I'm keeping all that on the chest.
Yeah.
I'm not telling anybody anything.
Right.
So, also it's quite meditative. It's one of the things I like. But Like, I got these fears. Like, I still have fears in life. Am I going to be alone forever?
Yeah, right.
Right? Like, that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, you're like, what are you scared of? It's not spiders or something. It's like something that's existential that I have no control over. I have a little bit of control over it.
Some, but ultimately, yeah.
But you can't force anything.
Exactly, right?
So, less control than I would like.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, right? So, like, let's bring into that dating.
Oh, yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
I mean that with all due respect, because I'm sure that women I've gone on dates with,
Yeah.
I've been like, oh my God, that was awful. I don't want to do that again. And I'm sitting at home like, wow, that was great. She's amazing. Let's go out again. Sending the double text, getting no response, like,
Yeah, I think we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like what am I gonna do now? Then like that pity party returns.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The pity party, man.
So great. I'm selling tickets to it. Right? I'm not gonna be there.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want any part of that. You couldn't give me a ticket to that party, man.
Party's dope, right? Party's so cool. Like, it's getting sponsored by somebody next week. I don't know. But like saying that brings me back to everything that I was talking about earlier of like finding things that you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when things don't work, and it's not necessarily your fault because there's two parts to play in this scenario.
Yeah, in dating, right?
In the dating world.
Right.
To have something to fall back on. To have something that you know is going to be there.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, soccer.
Soccer.
Bam.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, just because I play it once a week. Oh, and let me tell you what. We have bye weeks sometimes. It's like the Middle Ages around me. Right? Dark times. Like, if you catch me on a bye week listening to The Weeknd, like,
Oh, no.
like send help. Okay? Right?
Send Ricky a pickup game.
No. I'm gonna need more than a pickup game. If I've got The Weeknd going, right, and no soccer, there's not a pickup game in the world that's gonna make me happy.
Oh, man.
But look, I know how to get out of that.
Yeah.
Right? Pick a book up, call somebody, go for a walk.
Yeah.
Right?
Can work out.
You could go work out. You absolutely could. Yeah. Those times I find it harder for me to motivate myself to get up and go.
Sure. Yeah.
That's okay. There's always fun things to do.
Yeah. True.
And by that, I mean, like, fold your laundry. Awful. But it's something.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It's, even if it's so much, sweep your floor.
Yeah.
Right? It sucks, but I'm one of those people that, like, I'll sweep my floor and I'll be like, oh, this is clean. And then I'll walk on the floor that I just cleaned in my bare feet and I'll step on something and be like, not clean enough. Let's do this again.
We got wood floors?
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
No, fancy.
Yeah, right?
Right? Like, I come running down the hall and just slide like I'm Tom Cruise.
Oh, yes.
Man.
Yeah. That dude. Right?
Oh, man.
Setting the tone for all of us.
Yeah, what a career.
Yeah, are you not entertained? I know it's not him, but like whatever.
No, that'd be great. In fact, we should film that. I would pay money to see you slide down the hall singing. What song was he singing in that movie?
I can't remember.
Was it Take the Old Records Off the it's still rock and roll, or
I haven't.
anyway, I won't
can't
sing
remember
it
right now.
Anyway, we digress.
I'm over here just destroying this setup. Not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
You're good, dude.
Okay. Sweet.
So where are we at? So you're talking about overcoming adversity, especially when it comes to dating, right? And how that's totally out of your control. I mean, it's not totally out of our control, but I sympathize and empathize exactly with what you're saying. Because you don't want to be alone. Like, everybody kind of has that ideal of a relationship with another person. It's simpatico.
Reciprocal.
Yeah,
right?
and it's just great. You don't have to worry about it. Like, are they leaving next week? You're like, no, we're in this. Like, you and me. Just the partnership forever, right? And then, but getting to that stage is so difficult, and then maintaining it. And you really have no other control of that person, because it doesn't work. You can't be like, you, me, We're doing this. That's not how it works.
No.
That person has to be as into you as you are into them, and you can't control another person. And they're dealing with their own issues, right? So if they haven't dealt with themselves, then, and you're in a relationship with them, you could be doing everything great, and they could just check out, right? And then you're left holding the bag and the baggage of feeling like, was there something wrong with me? And there may not have been, right? At all.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man.
And what's cool, though, is because of what we've been through, I think we have a leg up on some people with the ability to actually look and make, with the help of another person usually, and make a real decision like, what part did I play in this?
Look, I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
Oh, okay, this is good.
I've never played a part in anything.
I saw that coming,
Right, you teed me up. But that comes back to like something that I need in my everyday life is levity and laughter and
Yeah.
humor.
Right.
Because if I didn't, I'm not sure I'd be here right now.
I totally agree.
No, I get that, man. I've
Yeah, you
been
gotta-
ready for a while, man.
You gotta enjoy your life, right? That's what, I see Ricky every Saturday morning, and that's what I enjoy about my Saturday morning, is cause,
Oh, that's a treat.
yeah, it is, cause it's always something hilarious, and he's always like, whatever, get out of here, man. I'm going to get some breakfast. He comes back with some fried eggs. Everybody else is getting scrambled eggs. Ricky's like, hold on, I'll be back. He walks into the kitchen, makes himself some fried eggs. You're like, oh man, why didn't I think of that? It's a joy because it's fun, right? Cause he's having fun with life. And you know what's hilarious is every once in a while I'll meet somebody who's like, yeah, that guy on Saturday, he was kind of mean to me. And I'm like, you just haven't paid enough attention, right? He's not mean to you. You're just living your life a little too seriously at this moment. Like whatever you're experiencing is a little too serious. You need to lighten up a little bit and see where Ricky's coming from, because you can learn a lot. And they're like, huh? Because they're not there yet.
And then they watch and they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
You still doing the laundry in the office and shit?
Absolutely, right? It costs money at my building.
Yo,
Hey,
I walked into
right.
the office the other day, man, and I looked behind the door, and there's just like a piece of clothing with the piece of paper stuck to it. Ricky's shirt.
Yeah, like don't touch that, right?
Right. It's a nice one too.
I was there yesterday, and someone was like, "Oh, you left your hoodie here. I was gonna take it," and I was like, "Yeah, that'd be a great idea for you." Right? Like, let me take this person's pink soccer hoodie.
Right.
He'll never notice.
Yeah.
I'll hockey fight you.
Gloves off.
That shirt's coming over your head, and you're getting two-pieced real quick.
It's
actually,
on.
Actually, maybe I should go for that Baker's dozen piece that I saw
dude.
one time. Oh.
Yo. Oh my god. Yo, how entertaining was that? You were having quite the month. Every time someone would message you, hey man, how you doing? You'd be like, oh man, everything's cool. Like half hour later, man, chaos. It was like a few weeks in a row where that was happening.
I told people to stop asking me how I'm doing.
I remember I was there.
Don't ask.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Man, we saw, so just real quick. So the story is Ricky's working a Friday evening shift at the Phoenix, as he was at that point. He was just doing Fridays at the Phoenix. Mm-hmm. He comes in, he's doing his shift. I'm doing my thing. I go into the office, and one of the people that we care for comes into the office, and he goes, hey, I just wanted to, let you know that, was he apologizing or just saying like, everything's good, I haven't been in a good place, blah, 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 blah. Just real, calm, cool, collected.
He said all that to say, but like someone ate one of my donuts.
Oh yeah, so he started with all that, and then he ended with, but someone ate one of my donuts. And we had at the time like some serial thievery going on, and everyone was, I know how it is. There's suspects and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, by the time this person is leaving the office, we think everything's good.
Right.
We were wrong.
Boy, were we wrong.
Dude, minutes later, there's commotion outside. And by the time, so anyway, there's commotion outside. People end up going to jail, all kinds of stuff. So then,
wait a second. That's a large leap. There's commotion outside. People end up going to jail.
Yeah.
Right?
So we go inside and we start like reviewing the evidence. There was tape.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And what we're watching is this person that left the office in a pretty, he basically lulled us into a false sense of confidence. You know what I'm saying? That everything was okay.
Sure.
Because what we see is there's a group of guys sitting on the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And then there's a guy walking up who's also one of our guys. Mm-hmm. So this guy's walking up. As soon as he gets close to where these people are sitting on the sidewalk, like, leaning against the building, so one of them hops up. Guess who?
The guy.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Oh, Mr. Calm. Okay.
Yeah. What happens next is he administers, as Ricky called it, a baker's dozen. Literally threw punches, like about 12 of them, and knocked this other person, like, with every punch closer to the ground. It was like, pip, 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 all the way down to the ground.
Oh, no.
And we're just like, oh, no. Dude, you never know what human beings are going to do. Seriously.
That's true. They're rather unpredictable, especially in the field that we work in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's hilarious how somebody could be like, no, it's all good. Dude, it's all good. And as soon as they see it, just whap, 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 whap.
Yo,
I like
he
that.
could not even
Baker's
contest.
dozen.
I don't even know if there were any words spoken. It was just like, let's just get down to this. Thing is, I bet you it had nothing to do with the person that, caught the baker's dozen.
Well, it never does, really? Yeah. No, it's always internal because you're not really going to beat somebody up over a donut. Right?
No.
That's an internal thing going on in you.
There was a struggle.
Yeah.
Like, you ate my donut.
Whap, whap, whap.
What? Like,
My grandmama gave me that donut.
like, there's a lot of other things going on. Yeah. Like, that's, what's that, $1?
Sure, right.
Yeah.
Like, homie, I got you on another donut. If
Yeah.
you don't go outside and piece up this other person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get you a donut.
Yeah.
Right? You want a donut? I'll get you a donut. We don't have to worry about that.
Hey, I can get you. I get you like 5 or 6.
Oh, man. Anyway, these are some of the interesting things that happen.
Yeah.
This is life.
Another Given Friday.
Yeah. This is just life at this point. And it's just, it's gold. Right?
Yeah.
It's just like, if you can sit back and, yes, that wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to go through that. But if you you can sit back and kind of enjoy life, even with that calamity that you have nothing to do with. Mm-hmm. You're like, good.
You're okay.
Yeah, man.
You're doing all right then.
Good
at that
man
point. I
named
totally agree.
Dr. Bob, taught me the value of seeing the things that go wrong in our lives. I mean, so basically looking at it as also finding the beauty in those moments, as you do in like the moments where, things are pleasurable.
Sure.
Because it's easy to find value in something that's great, right? You're like, that was great.
Yeah, that was
cool.
fun.
Done.
Yeah. 100.
Honey.
Straight out. Lit.
Throwing hundreds.
Yeah. Easy to do that. But when something goes wrong, man, you really gotta look and search.
Yeah.
And be in a specific frame of mind to be able to identify something that is of value, which is the lesson.
And those are the moments that define our lives and in which we can grow. It's really not in the moment that you win and it's easy. Exactly. And that's what's so difficult. And I think those that journey farthest on the path that we're on really get to that point where, yeah, like you said, when you're going through it in the moment, man, it stings, right? But that's just your pride. And when you realize that, you know what, I've been through stuff like this before, and yeah, it stings now, so I'm going to sweep the floor, I'm going to go work out, I'm going to do something, I'm going to call somebody, get a little advice, and I know that in like 2 weeks, it's not going to be a big deal. 2 weeks after that, even less of a deal. A year from now, I'm going to look back on it and see my part in it, see what's going on with it and grow from it. And if it's something that I messed up, like especially with another person, right? Somebody who I really kind of liked and I made a mistake and now that person doesn't view me in the same way and we're no longer going to have that kind of relationship. You know what? There's other people in the world. And the next one, I learn from that and bam, I don't do that same thing. Because I know I had a personal calamity a couple years ago, right? I thought, this is the person. This is forever, right? And I was in that frame of mind. And now I look back on it, none of this happens. I'm not in this podcast. I don't know you guys. The best years of my life don't happen if that one thing that I thought I always wanted happens. And that's crucial for me to look back on that and go, that's interesting that at that moment I thought it was the worst thing that ever happened. And it took me to the worst place I've ever been to, right? But now, if that doesn't happen, the best part of my life doesn't happen either.
Yeah, one thing had to die for the next
And that is
come
always
to fruition.
Yeah, and that's just the path that we're on. That's the journey of being a human in a certain way. That's why I think people who've been through the recovery process are, in a way, more prepared for calamity, more prepared for the rough times of life than people who've never fallen down. Yeah, and not just fallen down once, but until you've like fallen down about 17 times in a row.
Your face?
Yeah, and you're still like, okay, now I really don't know what's going on. That's when you get teachable. It's really when you get teachable.
Yeah, being teachable is like one of the best like traits you can have.
Yeah. And I love hearing Ricky talk about this, you know, because we don't often, like when we're sitting in the office on a Saturday morning yucking it up, we're not getting deep and personal about, you know, our journey through a life and how we've arrived where we're at. That's not what we're doing, you know. So it's cool to hear this stuff right now. It really is.
Oh, look, man, I'm here multitasking, right? And
when are you not? You know, see, this is just you. This is your nature, man. This is how you move.
Yeah. It's exactly like it comes back to the whole thing earlier when I was like, I get home and I just want to be alone, but also at the same time, like I've got the TV and music going.
I do the same thing, dude.
Oh yeah.
I have my laptop, and then I have, you know, something playing in the background. I'll be watching something.
Yeah, me too.
But I have two like different modes for like when I'm watching stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's the I'm actually sitting there actively watching this show,
Yes.
not doing anything else for the most part, except for maybe checking my phone if it goes off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the I'm sitting here. I just want something in the background. So there's different shows. I have categories. Like this show, I could just have playing in the background,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm kind of, you know, checking in on it. Then there's the other stuff that I have to watch.
That you really get pulled into. I know I almost don't ever really get pulled into a show like that. It's few and far between nowadays that I really sit down and just focus on the show.
Yeah, because you're like, dude, you need to like be a professional critic or something. You are tough. For you to give anything credit.
That's good to know. I'll never let him like proofread anything that like if I'm out there one day and I'm like, I'm gonna write a novel. Right? And like I've got this thing like polished to a T. I'm feeling good. Like no one's gonna touch anything with this. Like this thing's gonna sell. Give it to Aaron, he proofreads. He's like,
Dude,
yeah.
he's just like garbage.
He like breaks out a red pen from behind his ear from nowhere. I'm like, what are you, an English teacher? Like, come on, man.
Start using the squiggly lines.
Yo, man, this dude.
Remove this whole page.
Yeah.
It's a 2-page paper. How do you want me to remove the whole page?
You take a look at it. All that's left is the date.
Yeah. No, this works, but you spelled your name wrong. What? No, it didn't.
Man. Yeah, this dude's the worst, man. Talking about movies, dude. I'm not sure what you're looking for, man. It's entertainment. You don't have to dissect it. It doesn't have to like
just how my brain
change
works.
your life.
Man, but what's cool is when you find a really well done movie or story, then I'm like, yeah, these people get it. Like they have done a good job, you know, because a lot of times I just don't appreciate it when it's like half thought out. And they really haven't put the thought into it that they could have.
Have you ever watched Fast and the Furious?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if you say no, I'll fight you.
Yeah, no, of course I've watched Fast and the
Okay,
Furious.
so what did you think about that?
Well, see, it was good. Because it is what it is. Right? Now, is it a movie that's gonna like this movie changed my life?
It absolutely changed my life. Don't tread down a path you can't come back from.
But as far as action goes and the sequences, and like we were talking the other day, how they grow each movie, like how could they top that? And next thing you know, there's like a helicopter flying a safe and there's a submarine involved and they're like parachuting with the car. I'm like, that is well done.
I'm shocked that you actually watched those movies.
Oh, sure. I like to drive fast.
Because there's other movies that I've brought up and you're just like, Like I didn't even bother.
But tell me, let me tell you, like, when did I start watching those movies? It wasn't the first one. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm not watching that. Second one, I'm like, I can't believe they made another one of those. But then my friends are like, dude, just watch it. Just shut up and watch the film. And then I'm like, okay. And then I got into it. And then so like by 5, I'm like, cool, there's a 5 out, you know, and I don't know what they're on now. Now there's this new one coming out where it's like the Rock and the other guy, Jason Statham. And it's like their characters are like doing a an offshoot, right, or a one-off. And I'm like, dude, I got to see that. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, if a movie is what it is, then that interests me. You know, but if you're going big, if you're going deep, you know, you better tell the story well.
Okay.
And I come from I'm like Ricky, you know, I'd love to read, and it's cheap and it's easy. It's free. You can go to the library, read almost any book you want. And those stories, they're just able, like a really good writer is able to really get in and delve into stuff. That
I just believe books are way better because
they're just more information.
well, no, because okay, so you're reading the words, right? But the picture you're painting is in your own head, right?
Yeah,
so it's of course it's going to be just. Hold on, I need to get.
Yeah, we gotta get that on film. Ricky is making a hilarious face, right? He's like peering over the microphone.
This is too much.
Have we now? Hold on. So where are we at with the
Look,
story?
man, we're over here kind of talking.
Yeah,
We're seeing what happens.
yeah,
Right?
I like it. Have we discussed the finer point? What is it? The 5 R's, the 6 R's?
Yo, what
No, it's the 5 R's.
The 5 R's.
Well, there may be more than 5.
Sure, because
But
you know
5 sounds good.
because we're not bounded
good number.
by
Why not?
yeah.
5 hours of Ricky therapy.
Ricky therapy.
What are they?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Right, the first one,
Okay,
rest.
absolutely.
And that
Yeah.
may seem easy, right? But the people who have and who experience FOMO, fear of missing out,
Yeah.
rest is not a top priority.
Yo, preach.
Like I remember staying up till 1:30, right? Waking up at 5:30, 6 in the morning, and like that was my day. Like
Yeah.
going like, let's do it again tomorrow, right? And it's not like I was out, like going to the bars and drinking or anything along those lines. I literally was scared I was going to miss something.
Interesting.
That's a real thing, man.
Yeah, fear of missing out.
Like,
know,
I want to go out to, yeah, I absolutely want to go out and get some breakfast food at 11:30 with all you guys, like, but not going to. But I'm also scared that, like, that one time I say no, it's going to blow up.
Yeah, something fun.
Like, it's going to be the coolest thing ever.
Right. So that was like one of the main reasons that you weren't getting rest.
Yeah. I was scared I was going to miss out on something.
Wow, man.
Knowing darn well that, like,
Yeah.
you should probably get some rest.
Right.
It's going to help out.
Yeah.
Nope. Rest. Huge. So that's why I always put rest first on the 5 R's of Ricky therapy.
Right.
All right.
Right? The second R is ridiculous. Right? And I say that because there needs to be some humor. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
And like, I guess I could do Ramho, right? Which would be like rumor, or would be humor backwards to make it, but it doesn't sound good.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'm with ridiculous.
No,
Right?
ridiculous is good.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's how my mind works, though.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, what could we develop this into?
Yeah. Ridiculous. Yeah, you got don't take yourself too seriously.
Like levity, humor, cracking jokes. Look, this is going to sound awful. The people who get the most jokes directed towards them from me are my friends.
I feel that.
Still doing the Snapchat?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll send ridiculous stuff.
I know.
This is what I do. Like when it was 2 degrees here one day. Sent one out to my friends like, hey, can't believe it's so warm today. Right? Like at 7 in the morning on my way to work. Like we'll start the day off with a little humor before I go into work.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Are we ready for the third R?
The third
Which
R.
has been discussed earlier in this podcast.
Sure.
For sure. That would be relationships.
Ah.
Dude, I'm so good at relationships.
Oh yeah.
So good. Right? And I say that with all sincerity. I'm the worst.
Well, what was the little tagline that went with the third R?
It's not easy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Relationships.
Right.
No. Relationships. No one said therapy was easy.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Right? Highs and lows.
Yes.
Right? But those lows will allow you to get back up to those highs.
Yep.
Low, a loss, turn it into a learning experience.
Bam.
I like it.
This fourth one,
Okay.
rebounding.
Rebounding.
In whatever way that you want to say it. But I also like to call it ball control because I like soccer.
Sure.
Right?
Gotcha.
It's like you got to have that first touch.
Oh, yeah. It's crucial.
Right? You want to get that first touch so you can control that ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Otherwise, you get ate up.
But you can have a first touch in life. Right? You can have a first touch in anything that you do. And it's always not going to be perfect no matter what.
Yeah.
But you're working on it. It's practice.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Practice?
Well, yeah. Well, you know what?
That's my hero.
Practice is mirror. You know, I always think this way. Like, you know, you see those guys who play soccer at a level that's just insane. Making moves with their feet. Insane. They weren't born like that. No, they have the talent. Yeah. But there is.
No, the Brazilians were burned that way, so I need you to respect that.
Yeah, that's true. The Brazilians were born that way. But everybody else, no, it's thousands of hours of first touches, thousands of hours of practice, and life is that way, right? The first touch on anything isn't going to be perfect, like you said. Practice, staying in there, staying in the game, bam, crucial. Because that's how it was. I didn't really learn to play soccer. I played when I was a kid, right?
Right.
And then I was about 30. And a good friend of mine was playing soccer. And I wanted to play. And I had zero ball control. I had zero skills. I hadn't even touched a soccer ball in like 15 years. So what did I do? Went out in my backyard and just started kicking the ball around. And just started playing. And the first few games I played, got ate up. Because my first touch, no good. And as soon as you know how it is, Ricky, right? And I'm sure you do too. You played some soccer, Adrian.
Yep.
You see somebody that has no first touch, you know when the ball comes to them, you just run at them as hard as you can. They get nervous. They mess it up. Bam. You got that ball. And now you're running down the field, right? But you see somebody that has a good first touch, you know you got to play a little bit off. Otherwise, they just go right around you as you rush in. Mm-hmm. And you just stay in there, man. You just stay in there. So, I digress. What is the, where are we at? The first touch, right?
That was the fourth.
That was the fourth.
The fourth R. Fifth R. Right. Resolutions.
Ooh.
Resolutions.
And
Okay.
I say that as make a resolution to yourself. / bet on yourself, man.
Yeah. Put that money.
Right? Like, put it all on you.
Yeah. I like that.
Doesn't mean you can't seek advice or have mentors or people that can help you along this path when you're literally putting yourself out there. Right? But betting on yourself and winning is the most fulfilling thing that I found works for me to keep betting on myself. Right? Like, I'm putting all my energy into one thing. And when that works, what a great feeling. What a great feeling.
Speak it.
That's the fifth R.
Resolutions.
The sixth R,
Right on.
relaxation. No, I don't care what that is. It looks different to everyone,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
So wait, so this is different than
Then rest.
Rest,
When I
which is
mean
number
rest, I mean rest, like rest up.
Like sleep.
Like get your sleep.
okay.
Like
What about
Relaxation. Yeah, a
relaxation?
little bit different.
relaxation can be many things.
A hobby, maybe?
Yeah, a hobby. I was about to say, I'm not big into video games,
Yeah.
but I know a lot of people are. And that helps them relax and de-stress. Stresses me out, right? Playing a video game, I'm losing. This game's stupid. Right? Because I'm betting on myself there.
Yeah. You want to win.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
nothing's coming to fruition. Like, it's tough.
Right.
But, you know, relaxation can be sitting on your couch and watching a television show that you like.
Yeah, true.
Right? It can be going for a hike. It can be sitting by a pool if you have one, right? Or know someone where you can go do it.
Right.
Like, just relax. Whatever that is. Like,
Sure,
oh,
yeah,
you're
it's
into
crucial.
music? Like, your favorite band's coming to play? Like, that's relaxation.
Yeah, go check them out.
Like, it's not, yes, you could say it's not relaxing to be around a bunch of people. But if you're going to experience something, that's relaxation.
Right.
In any way. And then the 7th R would be running.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Right, that one just got added.
Sure,
Right.
fly.
Why not?
Yeah,
So 5 R's and I'm on the 7th.
Running.
Can't be
running.
stopped. Can't be stopped.
Because this list is running through my mind.
Oh, oh. Hey,
Right? I've been running through this 6 with my woes.
Oh, nice. I dig it.
You know how that goes.
So running.
Running, yeah. One foot in front of the other.
This is I see the value. Okay. That said, it's really tough for some people.
When I say running, I use that as a meditative process.
I feel you.
And I think you could replace running with anything that gives you that same feeling where you can tune out everything else.
Right.
And kind of focus on what you're doing.
Right.
Like knitting, right? Why not?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I
you
can
just
see that.
you just get into it.
Zoned out.
Right? Like you're just in it. Next thing you know, you start with a couple yarns and then you got a scarf going.
Right.
Right? Like just doing it. I don't know what that is. In my experience, it's running.
Yeah.
But that's fluid. It's just something that I like to put on there.
Yeah,
It's
whatever
just-
it is for you. Could be,
Yeah.
like I said, it could be knitting, could be running, could be working out. Mm-hmm. And just anything that gets you into that meditative state, right?
Look,
yeah.
it could be
'Cause I feel
baking.
you.
It could be baking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
No, it's like a Zen thing, right? Because you can experience Zen working. You can.
Oh, we
you
already
know,
talked
yeah.
about this.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to meditate anymore because the first time I did it, I experienced nirvana. So like,
I'm good, right? Yeah.
Moving on.
yeah, you guys keep doing what you do. I've achieved nirvana.
I've experienced the totality of everything and nothing at the same moment. Yeah, I mean that's And
Like,
then
get
now
on
I'm
my
good.
level.
Yeah, I'm not coming back. I've fulfilled my resolution of the ego into the greater, and that is ultimately the lesser. Form is nothingness, and nothingness is form. So, okay, anyway, let's move on. We're at the running, number 7 of the 5 R's of Ricky therapy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, also let me let you know, as Ricky's professional Ricky therapy manager, again, it's $75 an hour. $75 an hour. Ricky will come to your house. He'll discuss the 5 to 11 R's of Ricky therapy, whatever it is at the moment, because it's a fluid situation, much like life is, ladies and gentlemen. And he can be, if you want like to schedule, you could contact us at 2teachone.com, and we'll put you in touch with Ricky. Come to your house, do some baking with you, right? Go over some soccer with you. It's like a motivational life coach. Like, your life is going to be completely different after you spend an hour with Ricky. So anyway, that's our little promotional moment in the show. So thank you very much for listening. Let's continue.
Oh man. Yeah, that careened wildly out of control.
Wildly out of control.
As usual.
Yeah.
Hey, but guess what? Like, I'm having a lot of fun.
That's great. Yeah. That's
Right?
the point.
I'm not sure that this is what you guys wanted to do with me here.
No, it's been fantastic. No, honestly, like what you've been able to put into the atmosphere, it's motivational, right? Like, I'm listening to you talk, and it makes me want to go be a better guy. Makes me want to try harder, and that's the point. I think you could have a career as like a life coach or something like that.
So let's try and let's review what we've spoken about.
Sure.
Okay. So, you there? So let's review what we've talked about. So we've talked about, Ricky touched on therapy, the importance of therapy, right?
Yes. And if you're scared of therapy, if that word scares you, find one of your friends or a family member that you can be incredibly honest with.
Right.
Yeah.
Preferably not a yes person.
No.
Well, the reason why therapy works well, ideally, is, with it should be with someone you do not know. Mm-hmm. Someone that does not, has a completely unbiased, zero judgment. Professionals are the best.
Sure. But if you can't get that, you want somebody that's going to tell you the straight truth as they see it.
We'll give you the real. You
Not
know,
just,
someone who
you're doing great.
right, someone who will tell you what they think, not what you want to hear.
Absolutely. You know what I liked that he talked about was turning the losses into learning lessons.
That's a big one. You know, because, you know, failing is a very important part of how we are built to learn.
Yes. Don't be afraid to fail.
Failing, you know, I mean, if I was so afraid of failing as I have been in the past, I would have never, you know, talked to everyone and be like, hey man, you know, we should do a podcast.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here.
We totally wouldn't be here. I don't even know what I'd be doing with my time, honestly. Probably just spinning my wheels, trying to conjure up something else another thing that I won't do.
Right. Yeah, because we've done that so many times. And that's the difference. Yeah.
Definitely learning from your mistakes.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of therapy.
Don't be afraid of therapy. You know, find something.
The motivation. Right?
The motivation.
Yeah. And like, you know, keeping your life full. So it's not just work, right? You got something to look forward to after work. There's always something going on in your life. And then you got some balance. What I heard was a lot of balance. Because I hear a lot of, let's go get this and let's go do that. But then make sure that you take some time to relax. Don't take yourself too seriously and get some sleep. I mean,
that was a good one.
It's very well-rounded, Ricky. YMCA. Okay. Sorry,
I don't think we have the licensing to.
Oh, no, we
that.
don't. Yeah, we don't. No.
Yeah. So, what else did we learn?
You know, I learned a lot about who Ricky is beyond just the funny guy that I see every Saturday morning. And what's interesting is I can tell a little bit of the stories that I know. Because when there is an individual that's going through some of the stuff that Ricky's been through, he'll take time to like call that person into the office. I've seen him do it and just give him a little pep talk. And because we've all been there on one of the worst days of our life where you think, like you said, you think you're alone. You think nobody cares. You're not feeling good. And then somebody just takes a moment, right? It's not like they're changing your life with the best words you've ever heard. They're just taking you a moment to let you know that, hey, I've been where you've been. And here's a little word of encouragement. And if you need to talk, here I am. And that is crucial. In fact, I remember when Ricky and I had a different relationship, right? Him helping me out in that way that I didn't even really think about at the time. Didn't even really occur to me.
Right.
And then we became more of equals as far as our positions. And I was like, oh, I get it now. You know, and I look back on that and it was, you know, hugely helpful. So he's definitely a person that I look up to. And I learned a lot more about who that guy is. And I'm impressed. Thank you very much for being here, Rick. Ricky, the Rocket.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome, man.
This has been great. I'm still not sure that I gave you what you guys were looking for.
Oh, you did. It was fantastic.
We've gotten what we wanted, and I think oh man, there's the frog.
It's about time to say
and I think with that,
yeah.
We're going to probably, bring this to a close. You have anything you want to say, Ricky?
Look, I would really like to see Liverpool win the league this year. But like, if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna get over it.
That's Ricky.
These things happen.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, thank
you guys for having me.
That was a very
1,000%.
You're welcome.
That was a Ricky close, if any.
Hey, absolutely, yeah. Well, I think we didn't touch on the Philadelphia 76ers theme song, but
everybody, clap your hands now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody. Oh, that's my team right there. Man.
Oh man, I think we need to quit while we're ahead.
Yeah, this is good stuff. Yeah.
All right.
There's more. We're gonna have Ricky back at some point, ladies and gentlemen. And I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you to Ricky for being our first guest.
Thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed it. And so Aaron says goodbye.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks to everyone for listening. Again, you can find us at our website. That is the numeral 2, TEACH, numeral 1.com, 2teachone.com. If you would like to find us on any of these social media platforms, the handle is TWOTEACHONE. You should be able to find us on mainly Instagram and Facebook. To find us on whichever platform you may be listening on. As far as podcast apps go, you can find us at the numeral 2, TEACHONE. That's 2, the numeral 2, that is. TEACHONE. And that's how you find us. Leave a review wherever you listen. And we look forward to seeing you again.
Also, at Eastern Tower.
Yeah.
Find me.
Yeah, follow Ricky at Eastern Tower. You will be entertained.
I mean, maybe.
All right. With that, we're out. My name's Adrian. We're out.